Hello, welcome to I'm about to show you my most recent game, which actually went really well for me, and just show you a little bit about how to. Well, let's get right into it, and I'll remember what it's about. Make sure my sound's working. Okay, it's working fine. All right, we're all set. So, for the most part, we played Protoss versus Terrans lately. This is going to be a Protoss versus Zerg, and it's on merry-go-round. There's 3 spawning locations in this map. It makes it a little more difficult for me to do early pressure on an opponent because it takes longer to find them. It takes longer to set up forward pylons or proxies. But it's not too big a map, so I can still walk across it fairly quickly. Zerg, when you're fighting a Zerg opponent, you always want to wall up front. There's a variety of different walls that you can do, but I like to put my pylon just enough space so there's a gateway, and then just enough space so I can put a cybernetics core and leave a small opening for my stalkers and zealots to escape. When I'm fighting Zerg and early pressuring, I always take 2 gas. I usually put 5 probes in, not 6, so that I have just a little bit of extra minerals, but a substantial amount of gas as well. He early expands. I put a forward pylon. He scouts my first forward pylon immediately, which kind of sucks, because there goes 100 minerals down the drain. I should have canceled it, but I wasn't quick enough. He's playing safe. He got an early pool and fairly early gas as well, and he's droning up quite well. So far this game's going pretty well for him. He's gonna find my other pylon. He did produce a few too many Zerglings. He's trying to go for some kind of early aggression, but because he sent all of his Zerglings to kill my pylon, that immediately alerted me to the fact that he's doing the Zerglings. So I get another forward pylon down, and then I make sure I have the watchtower. And what I did right here was really fun. I led his Zerglings in this direction. Now he knows that my base is up here, but for some reason he decided to follow my probe, and because they're slow lings, they can't catch it and kill it. And this bought me at least a minute or 2 of time to first kill this overlord, and second, have a sentry ready to force field this ramp. Anytime you can buy yourself time when your opponent has a ton of units coming out, that's what you want to do. You want to buy yourself time, you want to be ready to force field the ramp, and you want to have as many units at your disposal as possible while still getting your probes going. I'm also proxying a starport on this one, Stargate. I don't usually go Stargate versus Zerg, but on this particular map, there's a nice spot to hide the Stargate, and it's really close to the enemy base. I got lucky this time. This guy's going for early aggression, which means he's putting all of his money into lings and banelings and all that, and he's not building any kind of anti-air at home. He doesn't have a spore crawler, and he's even sending his queens. I believe, he's going to send his queens across the map so that they're not at home to defend that Stargate pressure. So he didn't even get my probe that was running around the map. It manages to stay in a perfect scouting location, and he has a ton of lings here. A ton of lings. If I'd let them in the door, I'd be dead instantly. So I got pretty lucky. And I knew that this was coming. I guessed that the Banelings were coming. I do scout the Baneling nest. I don't remember if I actually saw it or not, but you can just kind of assume if he's going to make that many lings that there's a good chance of a Baneling bust happening. If a Baneling bust is happening, you have to have a sentry with enough energy to force field. You have to. Otherwise, you're going to lose, because he's going to blow up everything here with this number of Banelings. It only takes like 5 or 6 to blow up a gateway, and likewise for these other buildings, and you're not going to be able to re-wall in time. So I made a really big mistake here. I did a Guardian Shield and wasted all my energy. It was an accident. I believe I was trying to do Warp Gate, and that was a huge mistake, because then I didn't have energy to force field this out, but fortunately he was a little bit slow. I believe he was slow because I was attacking his base. Let's back it up a little bit. I kind of missed that, but I'd like to see the Oracle go in. All right, so Oracle's going to pop out, and he's gearing up for his attack on the other side of the map. But he has no anti-air here except for this queen, and one Oracle can take out one queen, no problem. All right, so we're going to go in, and we're going to go in, and there we go. We're going in. Nice, slow, long battle, but eventually I kill him, and this guy's going to get a whole bunch of worker kills. Yeah, he's... oh my gosh. Got a ton, and I escape. Now he's ready to do his attack. He should have been doing his attack while I was doing that, because I wouldn't have paid attention. I wouldn't have been able to force field in time. Keeping this mothership core alive is really important. This time warp, well, not the most amazing thing in the world, is going to slow down his banelings, and I need as much time as possible to get cannons in, to get more sentries out. And I should have put another guy in gas, another 2 guys in gas, actually, it looks like. But the time warp really slows down his banelings. Look, they cannot get into position in time. The force fields are real. they work out perfectly. And he's only got 1 queen left, so I'm going to use my mothership core and try to work that queen down. Oh, and I've got a void ray. So I really like to follow up 1 Oracle with Void Ray immediately. If you have a starport, you might as well use it, and unless you're making a big tech switch to some other, to Twilight Council or to Robo facility, I really like to start pumping out Void Rays. They're incredibly useful in almost any situation. So I have 4 sentries now, so I can permanently force field out these Banelings as long as I don't miss any force fields, and I can just take them out with my air units as well. So I have an amazing situation right here. Even if he got up the ramp, I have enough zealots to soak up the Baneling hits, and then enough cannons to take out the Zerglings. So I'm in a really good situation. And the next thing you want to do from here is not just sit. You want to either expand and secure your next base, or you want to do more damage. I try to do a little more damage. He's got his spore crawlers in position, so in a minute. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. Yeah, we send our Stargate units. That's what they're for. They're so you can move them out on the map and be safe against most Zerg opponents. You want to find those Banelings if you can. He does a good job of stopping my expansion from going down. But there's no way he's going to get up this ramp, and eventually I'm going to have enough zealots to deal with him. I have too much minerals. I guess I should have thrown down another, maybe 5 gateways instead of 4. I'm not sure. But either way, he's not mining that much at home. He's mining a little bit here and a little bit here, but he's still... let's check his worker count. He's still only at... okay, he's at 22 and I'm at 28, so I'm ahead of him at this point, even though he's got 2 bases. And there's no way he can break in, and I have starport units out on the map, and he's not going Hydralisk, he's not going Mutalisk. He doesn't have anything to deal with these guys. You don't want to send your Oracle in and try to kill a Spore Crawler by itself, so I'm moving my Void Rays over. He's doing Ling shenanigans. It's not working. And we're going to move in and finish him off. Anytime you can limit a Zerg from expanding, do it. Stop his second base, stop his third base. Just keep stopping his bases from going up, because if he doesn't have his hatcheries, he can't produce the units. At this point, I have an overwhelmingly large force. We're going to speed it up, because I've already won the game. He's doing something interesting. He built a Nidus network, dropped it in my base, and this is a good idea. If he had done it earlier, and if he'd had some roaches, perhaps, it would have worked a little bit better. But I've already got cannons going up. I can warp in zealots in a second. I have zealots in a really good position. My army's here. He funnels more guys in. There's just really not a whole lot he can do. and he's still on one base, so this game is over. Let's speed it up to the end. Just see the final push, just for a little bit of closure. I'm going to wall off my base so he can't counterattack, even though he has nothing left to counterattack with. And that's the game. GG. Thanks for watching. Please watch more videos on my YouTube, and subscribe if you like the content. And I will be streaming on Twitch a little bit every day this summer if I'm not working. So please watch that as well. My screen name is going to be Amburiam, either on YouTube or on Twitch. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.